Hello YouTube, today I have a review for you on the Sades Bpower gaming headset. So let's get into this. If we start off with the packaging here, you can just see what it looks like. It is pretty nice packaging. Some more information on it. And then on the back, in case you do want to read any of this. So packaging was pretty good. In terms of included accessories, you do get the splitter for the audio in and audio out, to the single connector so you can use it with your phone or really any other device. I'm presuming this also works for game consoles because they all would work off this interface. I don't have one that I could test it on, but my best guess is probably they would work. We have the instruction manual here, and then we also have some warranty information. So right here we have the headphones themselves. We just go ahead and take a quick look at it. So it has a glossy black finish, and then we have some blue around it. We have the microphone right here. Bpower, now these do extend out. Sades at the top, and the cushions. Now these are awesome cushions. They're very nice. And we have the cable. The cable itself is very long. We also have the inline mic control, which turns the microphone on and off, and then it changes the volume of the headset. Yet again, the cable is very long. We have the audio in and audio out connectors. In terms of build quality, they're pretty decent for the most part. They're very lightweight and cheap headphones, but to be honest, you couldn't really expect it to be made out of nothing high quality. The only thing I don't really like is how the mic kind of just is all over the place. And if you don't want it in your face or you want it at a certain position, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get it there. But if you want it all the way back, I usually just find putting it under there works good. And the plastic is pretty hollow, but it feels like it's gonna last a good amount. You can see it's flexible as well. So besides the little mic thing, the cords do feel a little bit cheap. Like if we see the connectors right here, just how they look, you can see that they're not the best cables ever. So I just be careful with watching these so they don't bend too much and end up fraying, but other from that, it's good quality all around. So right now I'm using the built-in microphone on the headset. Now you can hear that it's a pretty good microphone. Now I'm talking as I normally would. I'm not talking really loud. I'm not talking really quiet. And the microphone is pretty good. Now it's not the best microphone you can ever get, but I think for the price point it is pretty good. There's no loud static or anything. And the voice is very clear and easy to understand. So being that these headphones are so lightweight and have very nice padding on the headband and the ear cups, you can assure that they're going to be very comfortable. Now I have used them for around 3 or 4 hours at the maximum time, but honestly I didn't have any issues with them whatsoever. They are very comfortable on my ears. I took short breaks here and there, but I didn't have any issues with them being sore or pressing up against my head too hard or anything like that. While testing these out, I noticed that the sound quality seemed to be pretty good on them. Now, if you're a real bass head, you might not get fully impressed with these because I don't feel like they have a huge amount of bass. But for me, I really don't like a whole lot. I like for all of the music to be able to be heard, the mids, the lows, the highs to be pretty balanced, and these did a pretty good job. So when you really cranked up the volume, you could hear everything really nicely. The trebles for the most part were pretty good. If it was cranked up all the way, they were a little distorted. Nothing really too bad. The mids were awesome. The lows, now you did get a really nice punch out of them. Nothing like overpowering or too loud or anything like that, but the bass didn't have any distortion and it was a very solid punch. And the headphones, in terms of volume, they're really not the loudest headphones, but for me, like 70%, around that percent of volume, seem to be comfortable listening volume. So they're not the loudest headphones ever, so if you're really hard of hearing, you probably won't be able to use them that well, but for just about anyone, I'd say they're definitely loud enough. And they sound pretty good for the most part. In terms of noise leakage and noise isolation, being that these headphones are made out of such a thin material, you're not going to get a whole lot of noise blocked out or anything like that. But for the most part, 50-ish% volume, no one around you can really hear it. And if you're in an absolutely silent environment, probably around 50% is going to be what you're good at. And any louder than that, it's going to start seeping out into the environment. But for the most part, pretty good. So overall, I gotta say these are some pretty awesome headphones. They do come with a 1-year limited warranty, of course, so you can still have a nice peace of mind that these things are gonna be able to do you very nicely. The build quality on them is alright, the comfort is awesome, the sound quality is great, and I can't say anything else about it. I mean, like, the microphone's pretty good on it too, and I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever, and I would definitely recommend checking them out if you're in the market for a kind of budgety pair of headphones. But that's all for now. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. Thanks to Gemini Doctor for providing these headphones for review. That's all for now. Have a nice day and see you guys later.